guys, Ashley here. So today I wanted to film a prom appropriate makeup tutorial and I particularly wanted it to be done with all drugstore products, easily accessible, affordable, because you know when you're in high school most people don't have a ton of money to be dropping on all this high-end makeup, and I know for definite that when I was that age I didn't. So I wanted to make this affordable, easy to get your hands on so that you could recreate this look. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas that you could use for some inspiration for your prom look, and feel free to even change it up, customize it however you might like to suit whatever it is that you're wearing to prom. And I hope that you guys have a bunch of fun at your prom this year, and let me know if you end up trying this look out. If you do, take a picture and tag me on Instagram. I'll have that linked down below. But yeah, have a great time at prom this year, guys, and I hope you like this look. Alright guys, so you just want to apply the tape to your eyes first because that's going to help us get that sharp line. And here I am just applying the NYX base because you want our colors to show up very well and have something for the eyeshadows to grab onto. And today I decided that I wanted to do like a cut crease look to have it a little more glam for a prom style. And here we're just going to use the Sonia Kashonk All Matte palette. You can pick this up at Target. Typically all Targets, I believe, carry Sonia Kashonk. And I'm just applying this lighter color here into the crease of my eye. And here I'm taking the dark brown, and as you can see here, I'm lining actually above my crease because I have hooded eyes, so you don't really want to dip right into the crease if you do have hooded eyes. If you don't have hooded eyes, you don't have to worry about this, but you just want to sculpt out the cut crease first, and then we're going to go in and blend that out later. Now we are taking a little bit of a lighter color and warmer tone, and I'm blending out that cut crease up top. You don't want to blend underneath that line you sculpted out because you want this to be like a defined crease. That's the whole purpose of the cut crease. So really you're just blending out above that dark line. And now we're going to take the Goldens palette from CoverGirl, and I'm going to go in with this very glittery shade. You want to wet your brush for this because you want it to show up very opaque and bright and intense. So we're just going to pack that onto the lid, and you don't want to touch where the crease is. You just want to line perfectly underneath of it because you want that area to stay completely dark. You want that contrast there so that you're going to see that cut crease. So again, you're just going to pack that on really good. Then here I am taking the lighter matte shade in that palette, and I'm just using this as my brow bone highlight, and you just want to blend that out. And try not to get this on the darker area that you created for your cut crease. And after this, we're gonna get ready to line our eyes. So here I'm using the Wet n Wild Fergie Cream Liner, and I'm just lining my eyes normally along the top of the line first. And this is where that tape comes in handy because sometimes people can struggle to do a cat eye, and this is my favorite way because it's just so quick and easy. You don't have to worry about if you mess it up because that tape is going to save you. So when you get to the end, you can basically create that cat eye and be as sloppy as you want and just drag it out. And that tape, when you remove it, you're going to be left with a perfect cat eye no matter what. But this tends to work the best if you're using like a cream or gel liner because the liquids sometimes can run underneath the tape. So that's why I prefer to use it with a liner like this one that you see here. So as you can see, I'm being very sloppy at the end, and it doesn't matter because that part isn't going to show. So you're just going to fill in that cat wing, and then we're going to remove that tape later. So here you can see that you are left with that very clean cat eye and that defined line when you remove your tape. Here I'm just using a Wet n Wild color correcting palette, and I'm just applying some of the yellow under my eyes because I do have dark circles under my eyes. This is an optional step. If you're not worried about dark circles, don't worry about it. And I'm just blending that out. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and this one is affordable. I got mine at Ulta, so it is, I guess, technically drugstore. Here I'm mixing two foundations. I'm using the Revlon Color Stay with my True Match. I'm mixing the two because I'm self-tanned right now, so I needed it to be a little bit darker. But honestly, the Color Stay is my favorite drugstore foundation, and it's very full coverage and it lasts. I feel like that would be the way to go for a prom night, because you want a foundation that's going to be full coverage and it's going to stay on and last very well. I did actually prime my face as well before I started the video, but I forgot to film that part. I just used the baby skin primer that you can get at the drugstore. Here I'm using the Maybelline Master Conceal, and as you can see, I applied it on all of my highlighted areas and underneath my eyes because I have my dark circles there, and I'm just blending that out with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Just a side note, for a night like your prom, you're going to be taking a lot of pictures and everything, so you want to avoid any products that have like SPF in it, whether that's your face moisturizer, your foundation, primers. You want to avoid things on this type of night where there's going to be SPF in it, because you're going to get professional pictures taken, you're going to be taking pictures with your friends, and SPF will cause that flashback and you'll get that white cast in your photographs where it looks like the whole center of your face is white. You want to avoid that on a night like this, so skip the SPF and save that for the days when you're going to be out in the sun. You don't want to use that on your prom night. Now I'm just going to set everything with the Airspun powder from the drugstore. I typically can only find this at Walgreens, so if you're having trouble finding it, check your local Walgreens. I seem to notice that I can really only find this at Walgreens, and it seems to be pretty popular right now. So I just baked under my eyes a little bit, and I'm just setting the rest of my face, and I'm going to brush away that excess powder that I applied under my eyes with the sponge. Now I'm taking this Wet n Wild Contour Duo, and I'm using the yellow part to highlight under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the contour side and I'm going to sculpt out my face a little bit. So here I am applying my contour with the contouring shade in that little duo palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm just applying, my temples, my cheekbones, around the edges of my face, under my jawline, and you're just creating a sculpted out contour. And this is going to help as well as far as like your photographs go and everything, because a lot of times you can get washed out and look flat in photos. So for a night like this, you really don't want to skip these steps. You want to give some dimension back into your face. I'm just contouring under my lip and the sides of my nose. And after this step, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a bronzer. You're going to see that here in a second. I used the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This smells amazing. This is pretty new to me, but so far I really like it. And I just applied that pretty much all over. I just bronzed my face a little bit, blended it down my neck and everything to match with my self-tanner. That way I don't look like I'm two different colors. And here I'm using my L'Oreal Brow Stylist, and I'm using this to fill in my brows. This is my favorite drugstore brow product, and it adds color and it holds your brows in place, and it really is a great product. I've been using it for a while now and probably due for a new one, and literally the words have rubbed off the bottle because I've used it so much. And I'm just brushing everything out with a spoolie and setting my brows in place. And here I have the Sonia Kashuk palette again. I'm just taking that dark brown again and lining underneath on my lash line. And then I'm going to take this Maybelline Skinny Liner in black. I'm going to tight line the top of my eyes, and I'm going to line my waterline. Now I'm just taking that same color that I used on the brow bone just to pop in the inner corners. And I'm going in with my favorite Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara, and I'm just applying that to the top and the bottom lashes. And then we're gonna get ready to put some false lashes on, because for a night like this you want to go all out and have some glam false lashes on. Here I'm just using the Ardell lashes with the Duo Glue. And I'm just applying those, and they definitely finish the look off. And now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild. This is a newer blush. I can't remember the name of it offhand. I'll have to put all the products down in the description bar. And then I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette, and I'm going to use this for highlighting. I did not use the entire palette. I just used the champagne and the golden shade that are on the edges. I mixed the two of them together to use as my highlight for this look. So I'm just highlighting the top of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, forehead, and the chin. Now I'm just applying my lip color. This is the only thing that you cannot find at the drugstore. This is ColourPop, but it's only $6, so really it's the same level of affordable. And I'm topping that with this Maybelline lipsticks in Nude Nuance. But you really want to go with a liquid lip, honestly, for a night like this because it's going to stay on. So if you can get your hands on one of these from ColourPop, that'd be the best thing that you could wear for the night. Or I know Milani makes liquid lipsticks as well. I haven't tried them yet, but I heard they're really good, but something long lasting. And then I'm going back into that highlighting palette just to lap over my cupid's bow one more time. And that's it, guys, and you're left with this perfect prom ready look. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe and have a great time at your prom, guys. I'll see you next time.